Now the next question is, from a circular card sheet of radius 14 centimeters, two circles of radius 3.5 centimeters and a rectangle of length 3 centimeters and breadth 1 centimeter are removed. As shown here in this figure, one circle was given, or this is a circular card sheet of radius 14 centimeters. Now two circles are removed from here and one rectangle is removed from here. What we have to find here? We have to find area of the remaining sheet. So how we can do that? For that, what we have to do? We have to find area of this card sheet and then we will subtract area of these two circles and area of the rectangle. So therefore, we can write area of remaining sheet. This is equal to area of circles, or we can say this is equal to area of this bigger circle, area of big circle minus 2 times area of the smaller circle, because there are two circles. So it will be 2 times area of small circle. And what else do we have to subtract? We have to subtract area of rectangle also. So minus area of rectangle. Now we know how to find area of the big circle. It is of radius 14 centimeters. So its area will be pi r square. It means 22 upon 7 into r square. R square means 14 square and that will be 14 into 14. This is the area of the big circle, 22 upon 7 into 14 into 14. Now minus 2 times area of the small circle, and the radius of the small circle is 3.5 centimeters. So it will be 22 upon 7 into 2, because we have to find 2 times of it. So into 2 into r square. R square will be 3.5 into 3.5. Because here radius of the smaller circle is 3.5 centimeters. So therefore 2 times the area of the small circle is 22 upon 7 into 2 into 3.5 into 3.5. Now we have to subtract area of the rectangle from here. And how do we find area of rectangle? It is length into breadth. So that will be 3 into 1. So it is 3 into 1. Now let's simplify this. We can cancel this. 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14. And from here also we can cancel it. We can remove one decimal and we can put 10 here in the denominator. Now 7 ones are 7, 7 fives are 35. Now 2 into 5 is 10 and here we have one more 10. So basically what we are getting from here is 22 into 14 into 2, which is 28, minus 22 into 3.5 minus 3 into 1, which is 3. Now what is 22 into 28? We know how to multiply two numbers. 22 into 28 will be 616 minus 22 into 3.5. Now 22 into 3.5 will be 77 minus 3. Now this is 616 minus 77 minus 3 and that will be minus 80. Now 616 minus 80. What you will get from here? So it will be equal to 536 square centimeters. So this is the remaining area or area of the remaining sheet. So what we did here, to find the area of remaining sheet, we subtracted area of both the circles and area of rectangle from the area of the bigger circle. By doing that, we got area as 536 square centimeters. Now let's move to the next question. Now the next question is, a circle of radius 2 centimeters is cut out from a square piece of an aluminium sheet of side 6 centimeters. What is the area of the leftover aluminium sheet? So what we are doing here, from a square sheet, we are taking out one square of radius 2 centimeters and the side length of that square sheet is 6 centimeters. So what we have to find here, we have to find area of the leftover aluminium sheet. So it means we can say required area or the area of the leftover aluminium sheet. This required area should be equal to area of square sheet or area of square minus area of circle which we are taking out of this. Now how do we find area of square? It is side square. So this will be side square minus area of circle. It means it is pi r square. Now let's put the values here. Side length of the square is given as 6 centimeters. So it will be 6 square minus pi r square, and value of pi we have to take as 3.14. So it will be 3.14 into r square, and r square means it is 2 square which is 4. So it is 3.14 into 4. Now by simplifying this, 6 square is 36 minus 3.14 into 4. What you will get from here? 3.14 into 4 will give us 12.56. So now by subtracting this, we will get 23.44 square centimeters. So this will be the area of the remaining sheet or area of the leftover aluminium sheet. So what we did here, we subtracted area of circle from area of the square because we are taking out a circle from a square sheet. So by doing that, we got area as 23.44 square centimeters. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, the circumference of a circle is 31.4 centimeters. Find the radius and the area of the circle. So first of all, we will find radius of the circle, and then by using that radius, we will find area of the circle also. So it's given that circumference is 31.4 centimeters. So we are having circumference which is C is equal to 31.4 centimeters. Now how do we find circumference? We have one formula for it, and it is 2 pi r. 2 pi r is equal to 31.4, and the value of pi we have to use as 3.14. So it will be 2 into 3.14 into radius, that is r, is equal to 31.4. Now to get the value of r from here, let's transpose 2 into 3.14. So we will get r is equal to 31.4 divided by 3.14 into 2, because this 3.14 into 2 is multiplied with r here. So after transposing, it will come in division. Now we can remove this decimal and we will put 1 0 in the denominator, and let's remove this decimal and we have to put 2 zeros in the numerator. Now can we simplify this? Yes. 314 ones are 314. 314 into 100 will be 31400. Now 20 ones are 20 and 25s are 100. So therefore we are getting r is equal to 5 centimeters, or we can say radius is 5 centimeters. Now using this radius, can we find its area also? Yes, we can find. So radius is 5 centimeters. Therefore area of the circle will be pi r square, and pi r square means 3.14 into r square means 25, because r square means 5 square and 5 square is 25. So therefore we will get area is equal to 78.5 square centimeters. So this will be the area of the circle. So here in this question, circumference was given, we have to find radius, and then using that radius we have to find area. So for circumference we have used 2 pi r, because we know circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r. So 2 pi r was equal to 31.4, and from there we got radius as 5 centimeters. Now using this radius we got area as 78.5 square centimeters. Now let's move to the next question. Now the next question is, the circular flower bed is surrounded by a path of 4 meter wide. The diameter of the circular bed, or the diameter of the flower bed, is 66 meters. What is the area of this path? So for reference we can consider this figure. The inner circle is showing the flower bed or the circular flower bed of diameter 66 meters, and the path here is of 4 meter. This path is 4 meter wide. This much is 4 meters. Now what we have to find? We have to find area of this path. So for that, what we can do? We can do subtraction of area of outer circle minus area of inner circle. So for that, what we have to do now? Area of path, this should be equal to area of outer circle minus area of inner circle. Now how do we find area of circle? It is pi r square. So for that we can use pi r square. Here capital R is radius of the outer square minus pi r square. Small r is the radius of the inner square. So this will be equal to, we can take pi common, into capital R square minus small r square. Now what is the capital R square? First of all, let us try to find what is small r. Small r will be half of the diameter of the inner circle, and diameter of the inner circle is 66 meters. So its half will be 33 meters. So inner circle is having radius as 33 meters, and this is of width 4 meters. So it means outer circle is of radius 33 plus 4, that is 37 meters. So it means this will be equal to pi into 37 square minus small r square, it means it is 33 square. Now this will be equal to 879.2, and what will be the unit? And the unit will be meter square or square meter. So it is 879.2 square meters. So this is the area of the path. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, a circular flower garden has an area of 314 square meters. A sprinkler at the center of the garden can cover an area that has a radius of 12 meters. Will the sprinkler water the entire garden? So here we have to tell whether the sprinkler will water the entire garden or not. For that, what we have to check? We have to check whether the area of the sprinkler or area covered by the sprinkler is equal to the area of the flower garden or not. So for that, let us find area of the or area covered by the sprinkler. So area covered by sprinkler. So as it is given here, a sprinkler at the center of the garden can cover an area that has a radius of 12 meters. So it means the area covered by sprinkler is circular area and its radius is 12 meters. So its area should be equal to pi r square, where r is 12 meters. So it will be 3.14 into 12 square, that is 144. Now what is 144 into 3.14? It will be 452.16. So the area covered by the sprinkler is 452.16 square meters. Now as we can see, area covered by the sprinkler is greater than the area of the circular garden. So it means this sprinkler will water the entire garden. So therefore answer for this question will be yes. Yes, the sprinkler will water the entire garden. Now the next question is, find the circumference of the inner and the outer circle shown in the adjoining figure. So here is the figure given. We have to find circumference of the inner and the outer circle. So first of all, let us find for the outer circle. What is the radius of the outer circle? It is 19 meters. So we can write radius of outer circle. This is equal to 19 meters. So if radius is 19 meters, what will be the circumference? As we know, circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So it will be 2 into 3.14, which is pi, into r, and that is 19. Now we just have to simplify this. This will give us circumference is equal to, we can represent the circumference with c. So c is equal to, while multiplying 2 into 3.14 into 19, we will get 119.32 meters. So therefore circumference of the outer circle is 119.32 meters. Now let us find for the inner circle. So what will be the radius of the inner circle? Radius of inner circle should be equal to outer radius, that is 9, minus width of this path, and that is 10. So it will be 19 minus 10, and that is equal to 9. Now radius is known, so therefore we can say circumference is equal to, here we can represent the circumference as C1. C is the circumference of the outer circle and C1 is the circumference of the inner circle. So C1 is equal to 2 pi r. Now let's put the values here. It will be 2 into 3.14. It is the value of pi into r, and r is 9. So this will be 18 into 3.14, because 2 into 9 is 18, and this has to be multiplied with 3.14. Now we know how to multiply these numbers. By multiplying them, we will get circumference C1 of the radius, circumference C1 of the inner circle. So C1 is equal to 18 into 3.14, and that is equal to 56.52 meters. So this is for the inner circle. So this is circumference of inner circle. And circumference of the outer circle was 119.32 meters. This is for outer circle. Now the next question is, how many times a wheel of radius 28 centimeters must rotate to go 352 meters? So here radius is given in centimeters, and we have to tell how many times should it rotate to go 352 meters. So what do you think about the distance covered by wheel in one rotation? So we know distance covered in one rotation. This is equal to circumference of the circle, or we can say circumference of wheel. Now how do we find circumference of wheel? It is 2 pi r, and the value of pi we have to take as 22 upon 7. So it will be 2 into 22 upon 7 into r, and radius of the wheel is given as 28 centimeters. So this is 28 centimeters. Now 7 ones are 7, 7 fours are 28. Now we have to find this product. 2 into 22, it is 44. Now 44 into 4. 44 into 4 will be 176 centimeters. So therefore we can see now distance covered in one rotation is 176 centimeters. So how many rotations or how many times will it rotate to cover 352 meters? 352 meters means 35200 centimeters. So as we have seen here, 176 centimeters means one rotation. So therefore 35,200 centimeters means 1 upon 176 into 35,200. These many rotations. Because here we have seen 176 centimeters means one rotation. So therefore 1 centimeter means 1 upon 176 rotations. And then 35,200 centimeters means 1 upon 176 into 35200. That is 35,200 rotations. By doing this, we will get number of rotations. Now let's simplify this. Now by simplifying this, we will get 200 rotations. So therefore, a wheel will undergo 200 rotations for covering 352 meters. So answer for this question will be 200 rotations. Now let's move to the next question. Now here is the last question of this session. The question is, the minute hand of a clock or the minute hand of a circular clock is 15 centimeter long. How far does the tip of the minute hand move in 1 hour? So what do you think? What is the distance covered by tip of the minute hand in 1 hour? So as we know, in 1 hour, minute hand completes the circle. So therefore, distance covered by the tip of minute hand in 1 hour will be equal to the circumference of the circular clock. And what will be the circumference? How we can find the circumference? We can find the circumference using the length of the minute hand. That will be the radius of the circular clock. So first of all, let us write radius of circular clock, or simply write radius of clock. This is 15 centimeters. Now what we have to tell? How far does the tip of the minute hand move in 1 hour? So we can write distance moved by the tip of minute hand in 1 hour. This should be equal to the circumference of the clock, because in 1 hour minute hand completes the circle. So it is equal to circumference of clock. And how do we find circumference of a clock? Here the clock is circular in shape, so it will be 2 pi r. So therefore it is 2 into 3.14 into r, and r is 15. So this is 30 into 1. So this is 2 into 15, that is 30 into 3.14. Now how do we find 30 into 1 point? Now how can we find 30 into 3.14? We know how to multiply two numbers. So by multiplying them, we will get 94.2 centimeters. So this is the distance traveled or distance covered by tip of the minute hand in 1 hour, that is 92.4 centimeters.